Today I'm making crispy fish tacos, spicy pickled onion rings, and a lovely sweet smoky sour cream sauce. Golden crunchy pieces of fish tucked into warm tortillas, topped with sharp, tangy, spicy pickled onion rings, and finished with a creamy harissa sour cream sauce. Quite honestly, these are the best fish tacos you can make at home. So this is our second breadcrumb style recipe of the week. If you haven't checked out Tuesday's video, be sure to do so. That was my crispy Paxo stuffing mix chicken, and I served that with a red cabbage and apple slaw, and it was absolutely delicious. But today we're doing fish tacos, and this is a firm family favorite in this household. It makes a great takeaway. The fish today is from my local fishmongers, Fowler and Son. Thank you guys. Always try and support local if you can, guys. If you've got fishmongers and you don't support them, one day they will be gone. And the great thing is you can get fish in any portion size you like. And like the ones I'm using today, they fully filleted them. I'm using haddock. Skin them, debone them for me, everything, and they are ready to go. If you don't want to use haddock, use any white fish you like. Cod works really well, as does plaice, huss, hake, whatever you like. But my guys particularly like the haddock. And what we need to start off by doing is just cutting this into smaller portion sizes so they fit into our little tortillas, because today we're using these little diddy tortillas. I couldn't get corn ones, so I'm using these wheat and flour ones, but they'll work perfectly well too. So I only want to use one piece of fish at the moment. I'm going to save this for later. Let's move all that out of the way and just portion up this lovely fillet here. So what we want to do is just, these don't want to be too big. I'm just going to go straight down the fish. And then again, probably to there. And then cut them up. Actually, let's separate that. I haven't got it too even there. That's it. So we've got 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we'll get a couple more out there. 8. So that's 10 there. And then we'll go for 12. And that weighed 250 grams, that piece of fish. And I tend to work on 2 to 3 pieces of these per taco. So on that basis, we're definitely going to get 4 tacos if I go for the full 3 pieces. And next, all we need to do is coat them up. Obviously, the standard trilogy. I've got my flour, 2 beaten eggs here, and some panko breadcrumbs. I just want to season that flour up with a bit of salt and pepper. Straight in with your fish and just give it all a good coating. Just shake off any excess into your egg mixture. Drain off any excess egg and then straight into your panko and give that all a really good coating again. We want to make sure that these go really nice and crispy, and they've got plenty of panko that is adhered to them. And once your fish is all nicely coated in that panko, you can put that in the fridge and leave it until you're ready to use it. Keep it in the fridge like that for up to a day. So it's great if you're getting ahead of the game. I'm going to put it to one side at the moment because we're going to make our spicy pickled onion rings. So into a pan, I'm going to add 50 grams of sugar, 100 milliliters of water, and here I've just got a teaspoon of mustard seeds. And you just want to bring that up to a simmer and let that sugar melt down into that water. That's it. We can see that the sugar has now dissolved and our liquid is heated up. So turn off your hob. To that, you want to add in 100 milliliters of white wine vinegar, and then in with a sliced red onion. I've sliced it quite thinly. And then I'm going in with some chilies, and I like to use a mix and leave the seeds in if you like. I have on some of them, or obviously if you don't want it as spicy, just take them out. You want to put a lid on it, and that needs to sit really for a minimum of 2 hours. You want that to cool down naturally. But fear not, I do have one already prepared. I can't remember what show that was from. Let me know. Was it Blue Peter, they used to say? Oh, and here's one I prepared earlier. I can't remember. Or was it Ready, Steady, Cook? Anyway, never mind. I always have a batch of this in the fridge because I quite like it with lots of different meals. But great, because this and the fish can all be prepared ahead of time. So the only thing you need to do if you've got people coming over is actually fry the fish. So let's get that out of our way and let's bring in our frying pan. In here, I've got some vegetable oil, just about a centimetre's worth. You just need enough to shallow fry this fish, and we just want to heat that up. Once your oil's heated up, gently in with your lovely pieces of fish. Don't overcrowd the pan. We're just going to fry those off until they're nice and golden, obviously flipping them halfway through. Okay, they've had about 1.5 minutes. Let's flip them over, have a look. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Nice and golden. Flip them all over. And we're going to give those about another minute, 1.5 minutes on that side. Okay, these look perfectly done to me. I've just got a warmed plate here. I'm just going to put them on there to drain off. I love the smell of fried food. I know it's not good for you, but the smell just gets me every time. I should say you can, of course, air fry these bits of fish. You don't have to fry them as I'm doing today if you prefer. Depending, if you've got high cholesterol, you definitely don't want to be frying them this way. Let's just get that out of the way carefully because we don't need that anymore. I'm just going to bring in another pan here. And we just want to heat that pan up, and then one by one add in your tortillas, again just to heat those through as well. Let's move that to one side. Let's make our sour cream dip or creamy sauce to go over the top. Here I've got sour cream. When I picked this up from the supermarket, I dropped it on the floor. I've got a massive split on the side here, so I'm being very, very careful. Now again, I'm making up a batch of this because we are having these tonight. We've got people coming over, so I know all of this will be used. And actually, it makes it easier in terms of quantities to tell you. So that is 1 tub of sour cream. Here, I've got harissa paste. Now, if you don't want to use harissa paste, use something like this Cholula brand. It's great. It's like a chipotle sauce, works really well. Or the chipotle chili paste also works really well. And I like to go in with quite a generous portion of this. So I'm going to go in with about 2 hefty teaspoons there. And then you want some mayonnaise, good old mayonnaise. And this is a new one. When I did my video on Tuesday of the Paxo chicken, it was the end of the line for my mayonnaise. So I've got a new one, so no mess ups. And then just give that all a good mix around. You're going to end up with this lovely smoky sauce that we're going to be able to drizzle over the top. That's it. That can go to one side. Back in with our chili pickled onions. Let's just check on that. Flip that one over. And to this mix, I want to add some chopped coriander. Again, I know coriander is a love or hate thing. I happen to love it. So I put it in pretty much everything, and I'm going to add some more at the end as well. And just stir that through, getting the old pickle juice everywhere. That is now ready to go. I need a cloth. Let's just wipe this down. I've made a right old mess here. Sour cream, pickling juice, the whole lot. Okay, so that tortilla's ready. So let's assemble one up. I've got here some little gem lettuce. I just want to slice it really thin and sprinkle some of that in the base there. Lovely. Get some of our, turn that pan off actually, some of our fish. As I said before, 2 to 3 bits. I think 2 is probably enough looking at the size of these. Where's my onions? Here they are. Right, let's get rid of that spoon, don't need that. Get my tongs. You want a bit of your pickled or chili pickled onion mixture. Try and drain it off. You don't want that fish to go soggy. That's it. Now I love this stuff, so I tend to go a little bit overboard. That's just my taste buds. Obviously take off or put on, however you like it. A little bit of our sauce mixture here, so some dollops of that over the top. And then finally, a little bit more coriander. And I like to just add a little squeeze of lime juice as well. And I'm one of these people, I don't know about you guys, but now in the days of Amazon, you can buy anything. And we love having theme nights here in this house. And I bought these little taco holders. So let's see if they work. I've never used them before. You just want to sort of pinch your taco up and then set it in there. And I'll repeat, I'll do the other 3 and then we'll give it a go. Okay, so I'm all done. Have a little look at those. To me, they almost look too good to eat. It's almost a shame to spoil how good they look. But let's tuck in, give it a try, see how we've done. I'm gonna add a little bit more lime juice to mine as well. Put that there. This is gonna be messy. Ha ha ha. Just spread that little bit of fish down there a little bit. Let's give it a go. That is a thing of beauty. Wow, the flavours in there really have got a punch. Not in a hot way. Those spicy pickled onion rings aren't too spicy at all. And I had left the seeds in one of the chilies in there, but it's just got a nice tartness against the fish. It works really well, almost like a spicy pickled sort of tartar sauce vibe going on there. It really is lovely. And the fish, perfectly fresh, of course, nice and crispy, and just works an absolute treat with that. Oh, I could eat quite a few of these for sure. One last bite. And that harissa sour cream, as simple as it is, it's a little showstopper in there for sure. Guys, give this one a go. If you've got people coming over, you don't want the fuss, but you want to impress, this is a winner. And as I said before, you can coat the fish ahead of time. You can make your spicy onion rings ahead of time. So all you need to do when they come round is either put it in the air fryer or shallow fry it like I did and heat up your tortillas. That's it from me for today, guys. Really appreciate you tuning in and watching. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please also like, share, and comment. It's very much appreciated, and I'd love to hear how you might put a twist on this. What fish might you use? Would you use the haddock or something else? Or what other toppings would you add to your crispy fish tacos? Speaking of which, I'll put all of the details of today's crispy fish tacos and spicy pickled onion rings down below in the description as always. And all that's left for me to say is until next time, it's cooking good.